Hello doll fans and welcome back to Beauty Inside a Box. Today I'm making another doll news video talking about all the new releases in the doll world. We'll be looking at the promotional images and I'll be saying what I like and what I don't like, and I encourage you to do the same in the comments. Let's discuss these new upcoming dolls. But also I just thought I'd mention that earlier this week it was the 10th anniversary of the first video I ever posted on YouTube. And I just want to say how grateful I am for my YouTube channel. I love talking about dolls with you guys. I feel like I've got a really supportive, kind community around me. And I've come so far as a content creator and as a doll collector. And yeah, I just want to say thank you. Here's to another 10 years of doll content. But also, if you love dolls as much as I do, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Check me out on Instagram and TikTok, and also consider supporting me on Patreon. I would really love to make YouTube my full-time job, but I can't do that because it doesn't earn me enough money at the moment. Supporting me on Patreon would mean a lot, and I have loads of exclusive videos on there. It costs only $3 to access all of the exclusive videos, so I'd really appreciate it. But anyway, let's talk about some of the new doll releases. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it's raining outside. It's always raining in London. Okay, so first order of business is the new Disney designer collection. I really like this line, personally. I've seen a lot of people discussing these dolls online. The Disney Princess Ultimate Designer Collection, whatever that collection was called, those dolls were awful. I hated pretty much all of them, so I feel like this is a vast improvement. I think my biggest complaint with the last line was that the outfits didn't look like their original traditional outfits, like what we expect to see the Disney princesses in. And I feel like these look a lot more like the outfits that the princesses usually wear. So this line is dance themed, which I didn't notice when I first saw images of them. It was only later on when I found out from looking at the boxes they had dance collection written on them or something. I guess that explains why some of them have shorter skirts. They're meant to kind of look like ballerinas. The boxes are very interesting. They're like tubes. They're like tubes, and they have like flaps that kind of look like curtains, like they're on a stage. I personally find the boxes for the designer dolls quite annoying. They're huge. They're really huge and bulky. I wish they were in slightly more compact boxes, personally, especially because I don't tend to keep them in the box. The first one I have to talk about is, of course, Giselle. She was the first one that came out. She's actually already been released in America, and I think she was really popular. I'm not surprised. Giselle is such a rare character. Most of the dolls we've got for her recently have only been at D23, which, you know, I live in the UK. There's no way I'm ever going to get to D23. Speaking of living in the UK though, this doll, none of these dolls have been released in the UK yet. They haven't even mentioned when they're going to be released in the UK. So maybe they're not going to be released in the UK or in the rest of Europe, which I think would be such a shame because I really like these. I didn't like the last line. I didn't like that line. But these ones you're not going to sell here? I like these ones. Really annoying, because I definitely would have bought Giselle. Maybe they'll still be released here, but normally they would have announced the release dates by now. Getting a little bit nervous. Giselle looks lovely here. Disney, I wish they'd make more dolls of her. Apparently they have to pay Amy Adams money, I think, every time they use her likeness. But this dress is beautiful, and I mentioned before in this channel that I love the way the material moves. And this material looks so floaty and soft and ethereal. It definitely has that nod to Art Nouveau, especially with her like little ring crown there. Her beautiful, long, soft red hair. Oh, this doll is beautiful. Stunning. And these dolls cost like $130, I think, which is quite a lot. I think I'm kind of getting used to dolls costing about that much. So yeah, it is what it is. I think my next favourite one definitely has to be Esmeralda. This Esmeralda doll does look very similar to the Masquerade Esmeralda doll. I think I prefer this one though, just a little bit. Again, Esmeralda is perfect for a dance-themed line. And this dress is stunning. Like, I love the colors and I love the layering. I think this is really beautiful. I love the little charms hanging by her side, her beautiful crown. I wish Pocahontas was also part of this line. I love her, and I think she would have really suited a dance-themed line. Pocahontas is not getting a lot of love at Disney at the moment. The next one I like... Ooh, it's tricky. I think my next favourite one might be Belle. Because I really like Belle as a character. She's one of my favourite Disney princesses. This is definitely not my favourite dress of hers. I love the yellow floaty panel of material which goes on top of the skirt. I think that's lovely. I love her hair. I love the bodice, although I don't like these sleeves. Don't like those. Don't like the fact that she's missing her gloves. Hate that. She needs gloves. Belle always needs gloves. And I really don't like the fact that she has like a short skirt underneath her long skirt. No, just give her a full length skirt. I know it's because it's the dance collection, whatever. I want her to have her full length skirt. The shoes are interesting. I think they're meant to be like more period accurate, but they're very odd. My next favorite might be Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell, again, a kind of interesting choice for this line. I love, again, the like panels of material coming down. They look very ethereal. It's kind of giving like Midsummer Night's Dream vibe. This is a really good line. In my opinion, this is a really nice line of dolls. The face mold is kind of interesting. She looks like a pug dog. The wings are really pretty. I do like this one. Okay, my next favorite one is probably Aurora, Sleeping Beauty. Aurora always gets included in these dance lines, and I think it's because Sleeping Beauty is a ballet, so it kind of makes sense. I mean, I feel like this is probably the one that's the most bare, the most kind of plain, lacking in detail. I especially think the skirt is like kind of boring with the pleats, but you know, it's still a really nice doll. I think my least favorite is probably Mulan. She's like just fine, in my opinion. She's holding like these like batons. I'm not sure what they're actually meant to be called. And they have like a kind of ring of material going around her, which looks really cool. She does look very similar to the limited edition Mulan doll. She's nice. I mean, I do like, I think this line for me is the bar's quite high. I think overall, like I say, this is a really nice line. I'm a big fan. I like the fact that they look like the princesses they're meant to look like. They're really beautiful. I like in elevated versions of their original costumes. We also have a limited edition Ursula doll from Mattel. And this is interesting. I feel like she should come with a UV light or something because she looks really cool under UV light, as you can see in this picture. I do like the kind of glowing neon aesthetic. I love all the extra tulle they've added. But this doll supposedly is going to cost £170. That's ridiculous. That is too much for this doll. I'm sorry, that's too much. So I probably won't be getting her for that reason. Mattel also released a Once Upon a Whimsy line of princess dolls. I really like this as a concept. I think it's really fun. They've come up with kind of quirky reimaginings of some of the Disney princesses' looks. My favourite by far, is Belle in this outfit. Obviously inspired by Mrs. Potts. She even has Chip on her head. I just think that's really fun and like an interesting idea. I might even consider buying this doll. Another one I might consider buying is Ariel. I think this is beautiful. It really looks like that limited edition Ariel doll from the 90s. I have her. She's beautiful. This is really cool. Like, she looks like she's being engulfed by like a massive shell. I love that. I love the tulle. The necklaces look a bit cheap and tacky, but the hair looks fun. Her face looks stunning. I think this is really fun. And then my least favorite by far is Tiana. This is so bad. This is so bad. The material looks cheap. The way they've printed on the design on the top half of the dress looks cheap again. The kind of bayou, lily pads, vines kind of look could have been really cool, but this is just not it. This kind of looks cheap. The vines that are coming down off her sleeves I would have preferred it if they were like more layered and like came down different lengths. They kind of look like they've been cut out. I don't like that. I don't really like how they've styled her hair. I think there could have been more layers to the lily pad at the bottom. It's so close, but not quite there. She's still stunning, but my least favorite. Okay, we got these interesting, like, they look like American Girls to me. They're these new, what are they even called? I don't even know what they're called. Okay, they are called Once Upon a Story Disney dolls. And they are kind of like, they're very similar to the animator dolls, except maybe a little bit more grown up. They kind of look more like young kids or toddlers, whereas the animator dolls are like babies almost. These are cute. I like the look of these. I probably won't buy one because I'm not really interested in like kid dolls. I'm more interested in like more mature looking dolls. Also, they're quite bulky, another reason why I wouldn't buy one. But yeah, I think my favorite is probably Rapunzel. Ariel, of course. It is a shame that some of the Disney princesses weren't included, like Mulan and Pocahontas. They always get left out. Like, Tinkerbell's even there. She's not even a Disney princess. Although, I do feel like they're using Tinkerbell more and more and more. I think maybe they're starting to, like, integrate her into the Disney princesses. Who else is missing? Merida. Okay, now we're going to talk about Barbie. And we have a new holiday Barbie, and oh my goodness, this may be the worst holiday Barbie ever made. I actually can't get over how bad this is. She is so bad, so bad. Who designed this? I think I know who designed it. I'm very disappointed. This is so bad. The material looks cheap. It's ugly as well. It looks like grandma's curtains or something. Ugh. There's like basically no details. There's like a big bow on the front. Hideous. No, this is so bad. Barbie's hair hasn't even been styled very nicely. Stop giving her a side part, please. Oh God, I just hate this. It's so bad. There's obviously loads of different versions. I don't think any of them look particularly good. And for the first time, this is the only exciting part of this. For the first time, we have holiday Ken dolls. We have holiday Ken dolls. It's a shame it took them so long to do this, because I think it is quite a fun idea. And it's a shame that their outfits look really bad. Like ill-fitting suits. Ugh, they look like waiters. So bad, so bad. And their hair. Their hair is so bad. It's like this really out-of-date style where they've like shaved like both sides. No, it's so bad. It's just so bad. Why? I have no words. I have no words. I really, really hate these. I will be getting one because I have all the holiday Barbies and I'm a completionist. So I will be getting one, but I will be buying it under duress because I'm annoyed at Mattel for letting this happen. Who signed off on this outfit? And that haircut for Ken? Like, gosh, really bad. And the box doesn't even look very nice. The box even looks tacky and awful. I will be getting them. Let me know if you want me to make a video on unboxing. We also have images of the next wave of Barbie deluxe style dolls. I really like this line. I really like this line because it's like quite high quality, you know, and they're not too expensive. They're normally about £20. They're very Barbie core always. They have cute outfits. They're not trying to reinvent the wheel with these outfits. They're just like quite nice. And, you know, they're well articulated. I really like these dolls. If all the Barbie dolls on the market were like of this quality, I would be happy, you know? It's not the best quality in the whole world, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, and I like these outfits. I like the flares that one of them has on. I like Barbie's little set, you know, skirt and jacket. I like that they've given her like pigtails. I think that's really cute. Like, these are nice. These are nice. I think the theme this time is like repeated patterns or something. Something about patterns. I can't tell, but they're very cute. Okay, we have a new Styled by Design doll. I can't remember the name of the designer. Okay, the designer is called Patty Wilson. I personally don't like this. I think this is maybe it not being my taste sort of thing. I just don't like it. The bucket hat is quite cool, although I don't like the reflective, like, car lights on the hat. I don't really like the jacket. I don't really like the little leather romper. I really don't like the fact that she has, like, the back of a car on her behind. I don't get it. I really don't like it. I don't like the fact that her hair has been cut in a straight line. Yeah, this isn't for me, I'm afraid. Next, we have new Day of the Dead dolls, and these are really nice. I tend not to buy these dolls because they're so expensive. The pricing at Mattel is so random sometimes. Like, you know, that Ursula doll being £170? What? Insane. Yeah, but these are really cute. I think these are one of my... I really like these. Like, I would consider getting these. I love her dress. Very cool. Love the layering. There's loads of details. Like, the flowers on the bodice are stitched on. They're not just printed on. That's great. The ribbons around the skirt, they're stitched on. They're proper ribbons. Like, this is the attention to detail which I like, you know? I'd consider buying her. The Ken also is very cute. Okay, we have a couple new Barbie movie dolls. They're still releasing Barbie movie dolls, like, all this time later. I wish they'd kind of got their act together when the film was coming out and made these dolls then. I do really like the Barbie in the line, though. She's wearing her cute, like, going to the real world outfit. I do really like this outfit. Very cute. Like, I would consider buying this. And also we have President Barbie, and they've actually made her a unique face mold this time. Again, I wish they'd done this in the first place. But this outfit's very cute. It's from the Dance the Night scene. Very cute. And there's Ken also in his Escape to the Real World outfit. He comes with rollerblades. This looks like really well made, and it has a real zip. Love that. And it has the Ryan Gosling face mold. Like, for the Barbie doll line, I kind of wish either they all had like Barbie face molds, or they had new, like, face molds that look like the characters. Not like how they were doing it at the beginning, which was like just Margot Robbie had her own face mold. All the other characters just had generic Barbie face molds. That annoyed me. I like consistency. Anyway, but now they're trying to fix that, but it's like 2 years too late. We also have some Shelleys. This is very 90s of them to, like, do Shelley dressed up as Barbie characters. Like, I really like that. Well, they're not called Shelleys. What are they called? Kelsey. These are very cute. We also have a new tribute to fashion Barbie. I love this collection so much. And this doll I'm obsessed with. She's beautiful. Like, she's kind of 1920s themed. I would have done even more fringe. If it were up to me, I would have added more fringe. But I really like her. I got the other tribute to fashion Barbie doll. She was also beautiful. They add loads of, like, beautiful little unique details, which most Barbie dolls don't get. These are expensive, but I think worth it. The box is also really stunning. We have new Shadow High dolls. It's been a while since we saw Shadow High, and I've missed Shadow High. And these are stunning. Like, these are really pretty. Again, high quality. It's good to see some quality coming back to the Rainbow High line. I would consider buying both of these, to be honest. Again, loads of cute little details. I love this one with the braids and the piercing blue eyes. What's her name? Chanel. There's lots of holiday Christmas themed Bratz dolls coming out, which is really fun. We're getting a, deluxe edition holiday Frosty Nights doll. There's a lot I really like about this, but there's also some things I don't like. Love the face. Love this makeup. It's really severe. I think that's really cool. Again, it looks very frosty. The hair looks like it could be very cheap feeling. We'll have to see. But I do love the white hair. Who is this meant to be? Like, what character? It's so hard to tell when they have, like, different hair color and stuff. I like her wrap. I don't like the cutout in the dress. Like, the fact that the dress is in two halves. I don't like that. I don't like it. Or I wish at least that it was, like, a bit closer together. So the cutout was, like, smaller instead of all of her legs being on show and then her just having this weird like tripping hazard around her feet. I don't like it. And I've seen a picture of her shoes. They're those weird like shoes that are like a cliff's edge, like that kind of hover. Sick of it, hate it. They do that so much with dolls, like make them wear that. Rainbow High does it as well, and I hate those shoes. Get rid of them. We're also getting 2 basic holiday Bratz dolls. These are really cute. They're very reminiscent of the holiday Bratz dolls from the past. This is obviously Sasha and Chloe. Love their red lips. Love these cute little matching Santa outfits. I kind of wish they had Santa hats on. That'd be cute. The shoes are like a shoe mold we've seen before. I think they would have looked good in like high-heeled black boots. But this is great. I really like these. I'll definitely be getting these. We are also getting new core Monster High dolls, which is exciting. Yeah, I mean, these looks are just fine for me. I think my favorite is probably Cleo. Mattel hardly ever dress dolls in trousers anymore. So I really like seeing a doll in trousers. I think this is really cool. I would actually consider getting her as well. I just really like this outfit. I also quite like the Draculaura doll. She's just fun. I like the bows. I don't normally like bows as well, but I just think this looks really cool. I'm into this. I quite like Laguna. Quite fun. I like her long skirt. That's cute. Frankie, they're fine. This outfit is like just okay for me. And then Claudine is definitely my least favorite. The fluff on the skirt and the fluff on the shoulders, I think looks bad. The belt also looks really bad. This outfit just definitely isn't as current as the others are. And the others aren't even that current, but you know, it's something. We also got 2 new Mycene dolls. Yeah, I don't like these. I just don't like the looks. I think they're a bit all over the place. Like, I think one of the fun things about Mycene in the past was their looks were quite kind of tasteful and they looked quite like everyday. It was like something you probably would see someone wearing on the street. And that was quite fun. It was like, you know, street fashion. These, I can't imagine seeing people dress like this. It's just a little bit too out there for me. I think I would have preferred something a bit more subdued. But you know, they're still fine. The quality's good. The quality's good, and we should applaud Mattel when they do good quality. Anyway, there we have it, doll fans. I spoke about some of the new dolls which are coming out soon or are currently coming out. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Let me know if you agree with any of my opinions or you disagree. Let me know what you think of the holiday Barbie, especially, and the new Disney designer dolls. I'm interested. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Check me out on Instagram and TikTok. And also consider supporting me on Patreon. I'd really appreciate it. And have a great week, doll fans. Bye. Thank you to Siren Kelly, Nikki, Sunny, Bobby and Cheryl, Imani, Tracy, Jico, Patty Heiss, Anna, Jordan, Cynthia, Raina Ray, Petra, Desi, Michael, @dolls_on-the-go, Jasper, Lillian Lish, Michael and Russ, Amber Rodriguez, Natalie, Doreen, Lexi, Jeremy, Shannon, Angelique, Spooky Mama Baker, Vito and Logan, Sophie, Ronnie, Megan, and Heights Nurse. And thank you to all my other Patreon supporters. Your support means everything.